Hello everyone, so today we'll be doing Primary 4 Mathematics paper and we'll be covering the topic on graphs. So before we get started, I'm going to share with you a few tips for graph. So the tip is that for every graph question, before you even get started on the question, you are supposed to analyze the graph and ensure that you have all the digits written. For example, you see this question here, it has the bar here, and it's very important for you to find how much does each bar represent so that it will be easier for you when you attend the questions, especially when there are some questions where there are more than one question for the bar, like the graph, there will be like more than one question, so you won't have to keep going back and counting again and again. So if it will be very convenient for you if you have all the digits written, and it also ensures that you do not make any mistake. Yeah. Lower chance of you making mistake when you are counting, and then you will get like different digits, you know. So now let's get started. So we'll be doing question 15. You see, question 15 says the bar graph below shows the favorite colors of some children. And on the y-axis, it is the colors. And on the x-axis is the number of children. So number of children for what? The number of children that likes this color respectively. So for example, number of children who like red, number of children who like blue, number of children who like green, so on and so forth. So like I mentioned, it's very important for us to actually analyze the graph. So that will be the first thing that we will be doing for now. We will have to find out how much does each of this represent. So first, let's look at red. Let's find out how many does this line represent first. So here is 0, and 10 of the lines later, this is 10, correct? So it means one line represents 1, because 10 line represents 10. That means one line represents 1. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. So it means red, we will be counting here. Red, the dotted line goes down, and this is 5. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will write here, red represents 5 number of children. And blue, it will be, here's the dotted line, we go down, and there it will be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. 25 children likes blue. Okay. And green, it will be 20, because I go all the way down here and it is 20. So right here, 20. And for black, it will be 10. Lastly, for yellow, it will be 15. So now I have written all the numbers for each and every of the color. So now I know exactly how many number of children like each color. And I can tell you really fast if you ask me, like how many children like red, or I can just say like 5, because I have all the numbers written here. So it's just like answering the question. If the question asks, how many children likes green, and then you can straight away just give the answer. Because during exam you have very limited time, so it is very important that you do every step to ensure that you do not make any silly kind of mistake, and you are also saving time. Okay, so first the question asks, what is the difference between the number of children who choose yellow and the number of children who chose the color which is most liked? So most liked meaning the highest number of children who likes the color. So in this case, we have blue. Okay, I'm gonna change the color for this so you can see better. Okay, so blue is the color which is most liked because there's the highest number of children who likes blue. And then number of children who chose yellow is 15. And now we want to find the difference. What does difference mean? Different means you want to find what is the difference between each, correct? So we have to minus. So difference means minus. Okay, the function is to minus. So every time you see difference, it means minus. Okay, keep that in mind, okay? So now you'll be doing our working. So we want to find the difference between yellow and the number that is most liked. So we have to take the bigger number, which is 25, minus 15, and that will be 10 if you do your working. Okay, so our answer is 10. This is the difference between yellow and the most liked color. And our option is 1. Okay, so don't forget to write your number like that. Okay, you have to present it, or if you have an OAS sheet, remember to shade in the correct one so you don't lose marks. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Let me clear all this first. Okay, so the next graph question is question 16. Oh, this is a very, very different graph compared to this. Question 15 is like a bar graph, correct? And for this, it's like a line graph. So it is very, very different. But like I said, it is very, very important for you to analyze each graph. So no matter what kind of graph comes out in the exam, just analyze, analyze, and analyze. Even though they are different, they are actually almost the same. Okay, because they both have the x-axis and y-axis to guide you along to let you know what does the number represents. So question 16 says the line graph below shows the number of pens sold by the bookshop from Monday to Friday. So this is the y-axis and is the number of pens. And on the x-axis, we have the days, which is Monday to Friday. So what are we finding? We are finding the number of pens sold on each day. Okay. So here we have to find one line. How much does one line represent? So how do we see it? So you see one here, one here. One line, two line. On the second line, it represents 10. So one line is, so two lines represents 10. So one line will be 10 divided by 2, which is equals to 5. Okay, so two lines represents 10, so one line is 5. So what does one line means? It means 5. So 1, this is 5, this is 5, this is 5. Okay. So if one line represents 5, it means 5, 10, 15, oh no, 25, 35, 45, 55, so on and so forth. Okay, it means plus 5. So 50 plus 5 is 55. Okay. So now let's look at Monday. Monday, we trace it up. It's so hard to trace. Okay. In the exam, you will have to use a ruler so that you are very accurate. Okay. So Monday, we have 60. Tuesday, we have 40. Wednesday, we have 55. Okay, now I'm going to pause this and you will try it on your own. You have to pause the video so that you try it on your own, then we come back to see if you really know how to analyze, okay? Now try it on your own. Okay, now we are back, and I have also annotated and analyzed all of my graph. So we have 60, 40, 55, 20, and 35 respectively from Monday to Friday. So these are the number of pens sold on Monday, number of pens sold on Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth. So the question asks, on which day did the bookshop sell 3 times as many pens as Thursday? So what does 3 times as many pens as Thursday means? It means 20 times 3, correct? Why 20 times 3? Because it says, on which day does it sell 3 times, means times 3, as many pens as Thursday. And on Thursday, you can see that we have 20. Thursday, we have 20 here. And it means 3 times. So if Thursday we have 20, what is 20 times 3? 20 times 3 is 60. So we will have to see which day has 60 pens. 60 is here. And you drop down here, it's Monday. Okay. So trace it, 60 down, it's Monday. Anyways, you will have like all your digits here. So it's very easy for you to see which of the day has 60. But in my case, I actually erased them. So, but you're not supposed to erase them. I just did it so that it looks less messy for you to refer to. Okay. So now we have the answer, which is Monday, because Monday has 60, which is 3 times more than Thursday, that is 20. Okay. So option is 1 again. Okay, so remember to share OAS sheet again. Okay, so now let's move on to the next graph question. Okay, now let's look at this question. Once again, it's a line graph, and the line graph below shows the earnings for a drink store for the month of February to May. So the x-axis is the earnings, which is the amount of money they have earned. Okay, this is the earnings for the drink store of February to May. So these are the months, February to May. So now you are to pause the video and you will try to analyze this graph by your own. And then we will come back with the answers for the digits, okay? Okay, welcome back. Okay, so now we have analyzed our graph. And yeah, let's look at it. So I've analyzed, and these are the answers I got for each month. Check your answer if they are the same. So now let's go through them together. So one line, how much does one line represent? One line represents 500. How do I know it's 500? Because 2 lines here and here is 1,000. So 1,000 divided by 2, I will get 1 line, which is 500. 1,000 divided by 2 is 500. So 1 line represents 500. So it means 500, 1,000, then plus 500, which is 1,500, then 2,000, 2,500, then 3,000. Because each line, it will add another 500 and 500. Okay, so 500 plus 500 plus 500 plus 500, so on and so forth. Okay, so now let's look at it. On February, I have 500. In March, we have $2,000. April, we have $1,500. And May, we have $2,500. Okay, so how much money, this is the question, how much money did the drink store earn in the months of February and May all together? What does all together means? All together means everything, which means plus, because we want everything together. Okay, so let's see how much money did the drink store earn. So in February, we have 500. I'm going to change the color. In February, we have 500. In May, we have 2,500. So altogether, it will be, okay, let me use the text so that it's easier for you to see. So altogether, it will be 500 plus 2,500, which is equal to, so now you do your calculation and you will find out that 500 plus 2,500 is $3,000. Okay, we need to add a dollar sign. Don't forget to add your dollar sign, all your all your different signs when you're doing it. Okay, so altogether in February and May, we have $3,000 earning. Okay, so this is how you do it. Now let's go on to the next graph question. Okay, so that's the end of this video where I hope you actually learned the different tips for graphs. And just remember the tip that I told you guys, which is to annotate and analyze the graph even before you start on each question. This will actually help you minimize the chance of you making mistake, and it is much faster for you when you do the question. Okay, so yeah, I hope you actually learned something today, and that's the end of the video. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.